Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. We're going to do a general reading, pick a card, pick a pile using the Enchanted for Hoxa Tarot for our cards of focus. Pile number 1, this is your card of focus. And we are going to use the Wandering Star Tarot for pile number 1. Pile number 2, this is your card of focus. And we're going to use the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic. And pile number 3, your card of focus. And we're going to use the Tarot of the Ruins for this, for pile number 3. Okay, so feel free to pause and ponder. Remember, this is a general reading for the collective. It is not a one-on-one. And I will see you in your pile. Welcome, pile number 1. And your card of focus is the 6 of Air. What a beautiful card, right? So the story behind this card in the land of For Hoxa is the fairy that's riding this raven's back is wounded and unable to fly independently. Okay. And so it catches a ride to this new distant land, you know, holding the lantern, looking towards the future, right? It's not an adventure that they dreamed about, this fairy dreamed about. It's a trip kind of born out of necessity because it's time to heal. It's time to get out of the funk, right? There's a need for something new because where this fairy is coming from, there are possibly too many memories or too many regrets, or staying in that old situation is going to result in stagnation, possibly bitterness, right? And we don't want to do that. So this journey holds a promise of not only healing, but a hope for a better tomorrow, right? This is crossing into calmer waters. This is leaving behind the fight of the 5, the fight where we just don't even know what we're fighting for anymore. It just feels like everything is a fight. So we're leaving that behind. This fairy's leaving that behind and moving on, okay? And it can be a bittersweet thing, all right? So this kind of energy can leave us feeling a little bit discouraged. And even though nothing terrible has happened, nothing really exciting is happening either, especially during this journey, you're just sort of like looking forward, which is beautiful, right? It means you're finally turning your back on the past. So things are steadily moving forward. There was an air of acceptance, right? That eventually the past is going to drift away, especially if we're focused on the future, right? That's one of the easiest ways, one of the best ways for us to just allow that past to drift far away, all right? So it's during these kinds of journeys, like they're really kind of low vibrational times, there's not a lot of effort, we're just kind of sort of sitting and waiting. It's during these times that our vision for the future sharpens, okay? It creates a path to a more optimistic time. Okay. Not every part of our journey is super exciting and has that wow factor, right? Sometimes they're just long stretches of flat land, flat space. You know, even though we can look across and see the distant shore, we can't really tell how long that distance is or how far that distance is. So the best thing to do is just find the beauty in each leg of your journey. And right now, as you're crossing into calmer waters, you're leaving the fight behind, you're focused on your future, you know, it's kind of a time to think about the possibilities that lie ahead for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Crossing water, leaving the fight behind, focusing on the future. I mean, this is a beautiful shift, right? From that 5. So the 6 of air is like the 6 of swords. So leaving behind that sort of winning at all cost, it almost feels, the 5 almost feels like a fight or flight energy that we can just really get caught up in, right? The 6 takes you away from that and turns your focus towards the future. All right. Okay. I hope that everyone is doing well out there. I'm so happy to have you here. Happy to be with you on your journey. Super honored to be able to bring you these messages. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading for the collective, not a one-on-one. Take it as it resonates. Flex that discernment muscle. You'll know. You'll know what's for you and what's not. And I really, really appreciate you being here. So, let's dig into this. So you are leaving something behind. Something that's meant to be left behind. And heading and focusing on your future. Okay, 9 of Wands out of the gate. Yeah, wounded. This last leg of your journey was a struggle, right? The 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. This is taking every challenge and stride, whether it's an event, a situation, a person, a group of people, a place, a thing, or whatever, right? But also collecting the wisdoms that come with that. And so what we learn from that, besides, becoming more wise, building our treasure trove of wisdom, is we step into this incredible resilience that is pretty unshakable, right? Notice this 9 of Wands character has that North Star over their head. Always, always, always has the star. Always has that guiding light. And we carry that guiding light within us. So with all of this, we're also building boundaries. Healthy boundaries. Because it's better to have a healthy boundary in the beginning of something than it is to impose it later on, right? Because your boundary's already been crossed by then. This is about inner strength. This is about building that inner wellspring of strength, which is an aspect of resilience, okay? This is about support, knowing where to get support from, how to support yourself. So there's a lot with that wounded warrior, that 9 of Wands energy. In your energy, the 7 of Cups. Now, sometimes this can be confusion, but I think with this reading where you're focused on the future, that this actually is representing all the possibilities of all the good things to come on that distant shore once you've crossed into calmer waters, right? This is beautiful. So you are fixated on all of the good things that could come out of this new leg of your journey. Keep in mind, here's the Strength card. Remember we talked about that inner wellspring of strength, and here it is. You have it. This is control over those lower vibrational emotions, right? You acknowledge those and step into a higher vibration. That is part of your strength and courage. It's almost like you've leveled up here, is what it feels like, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah, you are definitely going somewhere. You're about ready to start something new. And I feel like this message has been coming up a lot lately, which is really, really great. Yeah, under the 9 of Wands, you have the 10 of Swords. So this is an ending, right? This is an ending. Crossing that final line, ending the pain of this last leg of this journey, which has been a real struggle, as we've seen with that 9 of Wands. So yeah, ending. It's all going to stop, right? Because you're no longer focused here. You're focusing on that future. Okay? You're focusing on that future. I love that the fairy in the 6 of air is, they described this fairy as wounded and unable to fly, which is why this raven is assisting in this flight, right? This 10 of Swords coming up is a lot of pain. It can be disabling. So you might be getting a little bit of help from someone or something that is represented by the raven in the Six of Air card in the land of Rahaxa. Someone might be helping you. Yeah, in your energy, the Four of Swords, rest and recovery. Rest and recovery. You're going to definitely need to do that. Remember, this journey can be long, right? And seemingly uninteresting with lacking excitement or enthusiasm as you're heading towards those shores. So yes, take the time to recover. Take the time to replenish. And it's in your energy. So you have an understanding that that's really, really important for you as you're preparing for all the possibilities that are coming. Under the Strength card. Let's get another one for the Strength card here. Okay. And you have the card of persistence, the Seven of Wands. This is standing your ground. Yeah, you're not going to let anybody deter you. You're done. You're done over here. You're done with this leg of your journey. You're done with the fight. You're done with the struggle. You're done with all of this. It's ending. It's all ending, right? And you're not going to get sucked back into it. You are focused on your future. Okay? Stand your ground. Look towards your future. Persist. I love it. Yeah, you are definitely going somewhere. Well, that one flipped right over. Let's take it. Four of Wands, creativity, union, and freedom. So this is a milestone marker, the Four of Wands, okay? Now, a lot of people say it's like the marriage card or, you know, the milestone marker, crossing the finish line, reaching an achievement, that kind of thing. So it can also be an invitation to a celebration because this is also considered a party card, right? And if you get one, you're meant to go because there may be someone there that you're going to meet that's kind of pivotal to the next leg of your journey. Okay, maybe this is your raven showing up in here. The key to remember, if you are invited and you go, is to leave your expectations at home. Don't go looking for a person. Don't go, you know, thinking that you're going to control any of the situation. This is meant to just celebrate freely. Okay? Freedom. It's a celebratory card. Okay? All right. All right. In your energy. Whoop. Okay. Yeah. Look at that Five of Swords coming out. I love it. Remember, I was discussing the Five of Swords being what came before the Six of Air, obviously. All right. So here we are. So yeah, you're leaving this behind. You're leaving behind the conflict, the upheaval, this sort of fighting at all costs, winning at all costs, fighting and not even knowing where it began or what you're really fighting for. This is the feeling that you have to fight for everything. So you're leaving this behind. I love that it's showing up in your energy because there is still some residual, right? And when we talk about the Six of Air in the land of Rahaxa, it talks about focusing on the future enough and with such intense focus and positivity of what can come that this starts to fade away. This Five of Swords begins to fade away. It just drifts away. Oh my gosh, I love this. And yeah, so I'm sure there's some residual there, okay? Because this is like happening now or is about to happen, okay? There's a deep understanding of what needs to happen in your energy, right? Focusing on possibilities, resting and recovering and replenishing, leaving behind the upheaval and the conflict, right? The feeling of loss, that fight. We're done fighting. Done fighting. And look, the Magician is showing up. It's a card of action. You have the skills, the power, the tools, everything you need to transmute energy into the material world, right? Keep in mind, this is your keep in mind card. So this is you, possibly, or the person. There's someone that you're going to meet who's going to help. I really do feel like this is that person. This is your raven showing up as a magician. Your leg up, your assist, whatever or whoever that is for you. I mean, it can be a location too. Maybe it's merely a move, you know. Sometimes the Six of Air is really about moving to another place. Sometimes we have to leave where we are, okay, because there are too many things there, too many memories, too many regrets, too many things that didn't work out, right? And that can kind of break our heart. So sometimes we do actually have to cross water, meaning we have to move to a new physical location. All right. So this I think, magician, is representative of your raven, of your assist partner, whoever this is. Yes. Looking towards the future, focused on your future. That's when that path opens up, that path of beautiful abundance and success and possibilities and probabilities and everything. It's a new beginning for you. It is a new beginning for you. Okay, let's see if anything else wants to come out here. I love how the cards are just confirming everything that we're talking about here. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming up. Right? Loyal, charming, wise. This Queen of Pentacles has earned the right to sit on this throne. Okay? Beautiful foundation. Very, very grounded energy. You're heading to this. So you're going to be building a foundation. You're stepping directly into this Queen of Pentacles. Probably when you get to that shore. Right? That's kind of the cool thing about going to a new place. Especially if no one knows you and you want to start fresh. That can be grounding in its own right. It can be very, very grounding. The High Priestess showing up here, definitely working in the mystical, magical, believing in your inner voice, believing in the wisdoms and that you've gathered, believing in your dreams, understanding your secrets, having a divine connection to the spirit world. Yeah, you are definitely leveling up here. And all it took, now I say all it took, was for you to move away from a current situation and the willingness to begin this new journey. It's not always that easy. It's easy to say, right? It's not always that easy. But I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay? Hindsight, you're going to be like, why didn't I do that sooner? Well, I have a feeling this is a bit of divine timing happening for you here. With this, yeah, you had to get to a certain point before you could actually walk away. And here we have Judgment, yeah. Yeah, you had to assess your situation. The Six of Air talks about this air of acceptance with this journey. So you had to sort of assess and then accept that it was time to move away. All right, this is an awakening for you. It's a shift in perspective. This is a card of transformation. You've realized that last journey's over and you've been sitting it, maybe hanging out in it, and it's time to go, right? It's time to let this new energy come in. It's time to let this new juicy goodness happen because you deserve it. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. But what it did is it got you in touch with yourself. It got you in touch with spirit world. It got you in touch with your inner voice. You understand your wisdoms. It got you in touch with you is what it did. And here we have the Two of Cups coming out. So yeah, you are definitely going to meet a soulmate here. Probably whoever this is in the Four of Wands card. I do think that they're showing up as this magician. They're going to help you. Now, this is a soulmate connection. This was predetermined. You had to kind of cross this finish line here, right? You had to reach this achievement of the Four of Wands in order for this to come in, this person to come in. Now, this person's going to be really important to you in the next leg of your journey. Now, a lot of people say this is a twin flame card. Maybe. It can be a love interest, the soulmate, right? A romantic interest. It can be a best friend. It can be a boss. It can be a mentor, right? It can be a lot of different people. And that's for you to decide in your situation, because not everybody's looking for also like a new romantic partner. Do you see what I'm saying? So just be open. Be open to whoever this is coming in. All right. It's really hard to, once we've been in this energy of the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords, to, and this Five of Swords, to remain open. But I think as you get closer to this distant shore, there's going to be more excitement. There's going to be more enthusiasm, and you are definitely going to be opening up. So allow that to happen. All right. Okay, pile number 1, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that thumbs up button if any of this resonated with you. Share with your besties, and I'll see you next time. Welcome, pile number 2, and your card of focus is the Chariot. Ah, love it, love it, love it. Right? So in the land of Farhaxa, we see this fairy riding on the back of a raven. It's funny, the card in pile 1, the fairy was also riding a raven for a different reason, but flames are billowing from its wings or from its feathers as it kind of screeches across the sky, or at least it seems like it's screeching, right? The force of this bird splits the sky in two, and then they vanish, reappearing miles away, right? Like magic. So what's striking here is the composure of the fairy. The fairy doesn't flinch, doesn't falter, right? They're utterly in control. There's no fear. There's no doubt. There's no panic. All there is pure confidence, right? Or at least there's no detectable doubt or fear. It is self-confidence, pure confidence that moves them forward. So when you're facing like tough head-on challenges, or when you feel like a situation is moving way too fast, kind of think about this fairy. Okay? The Chariot is a reminder for us to call on the positive aspects of our egos to guide us, right? And to fill us with courage so that we don't get distracted by the fears, right? Because when we get distracted by the fear of what we're doing, it can kind of shake us off course. The Chariot is a card of overcoming obstacles, and it feels like the message today, pile number 2, is that there's something that you want to do. There's something bold that you're wanting to do, but there's a little bit of fear and self-doubt that might be keeping you from moving forward. So embrace the pure confidence of this fairy riding this raven in the land of Farhaxa, and you will overcome this obstacle. You will move forward. Ooh, yeah, big bold moves. You know, we've had a lot of readings lately about something's coming, something good is about to happen, something big is about to happen, something bold is about to happen in your life, right? And it's not just going to happen, it's something that you've wished, dreamed for, manifested, taken actionable steps towards, taken inspired action towards, right? It's not just going to happen. It's going to happen because you've put in the effort, all right? We have the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic, and we're going to go ahead and dig into this message for you. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you're all doing well. Happy to be with you on your journey. Honored to be able to bring you these messages, so thank you so much. If any of this resonates, please feel free to hit that like button. It gets this message out to more people, which would be great as I'm trying to grow my channel. And please keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. All right. Ooh, I want to know what's going on because it feels good. This energy feels really good. Really, really, really good. Whoa. Right out of the gate, we got the devil. Yeah. This is our attachments, addictions, bad behaviors, outdated thought patterns, outdated beliefs. These are the things that we need to let go of. Okay, so with this coming out in the nature of position, it does feel like maybe it's, you know, as you're moving forward and you're attempting, or you are stepping into this confidence of this big bold move, and this is confidence in yourself, you might be just dipping back into the fear and uncertainty of it. Okay, so this is something that needs to be left behind as you're moving forward, as you're overcoming obstacles. In your energy is the High Priestess. Yeah, you're working on it. You're working on it. You're dipping into the mystical, magical. You're dipping into the shadows. You're finding an understanding within yourself through working in the shadows, through creating stronger connections to the spirit world. You're listening to your dreams. You're trusting your wisdoms and your intuition. So yeah, you got this. Yeah, you got this. Fantastic. Fantastic. Keep in mind, we have Temperance showing up. So Temperance is all about moderation and patience in the process. It's also about divine timing. So overcoming this obstacle is happening precisely when it's supposed to, right? They're tossing this liquid back and forth between the cups until it's absolutely perfect. It is a precise recipe of divine timing. And right now is the time. It's time to let this go. Let it go. Let it go. You are moving on. You are moving on. Oh my goodness. And when you do, look, the sun's going to come out for you. Things are going to make sense. The sun shines so brightly, it just extinguishes all the shadows, all the scary parts, right? Everything's illuminated. Possibilities are abundant, right? This is life force energy. Yeah. You're there, like you're so there, especially with the High Priestess in your energy. We have the Page of Swords coming out in your energy too. So this is about staying vigilant, because as we're talking about moving forward and how we kind of dip back down into that uncertainty, right? Stay vigilant. So this is when they come up, you know what they are and you can rise back above them, okay? Rise above them and hop back into this confidence, because you are, as I said before, you are making bold moves. It's time. It's time for some bold moves to move you forward, to propel your story forward. Okay? I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, let's get another one for this Temperance. We're just going to keep doing all of that. Yeah. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, you're going to be celebrating with your community now. It's possible. Maybe it's a new community. Maybe it's new friends. Maybe it's new besties. Maybe it's all the ones from the past who have been so supportive of you this whole time. You know, we can rely on our community and our besties to support us through these huge times of growth, right? Overcoming obstacles. We celebrate. We support each other. Like-minded. This is coming into alignment with like-minded people as well. Maybe there are people in your circle that you haven't been super close to, but whatever this shift is, whatever this breakthrough is going to sort of align your energy a little bit better, right? That's possible. The sun is shining on you. The sun is shining on you, and we have the Tower. Oh yeah, you cannot have this kind of breakthrough without this Tower happening. I mean, it's going to shake your foundation, especially if it's built on outdated belief systems, if it's, you know, erroneous beliefs. outdated thought processes, if it's built on foundations with, you know, people you thought were your friends and they really weren't, you know, like it's all of these things. This is a realignment. This is an opportunity to rebuild your foundation stronger, better, and in alignment with who you are after this breakthrough, right? Anybody about to get maybe visited by Kitty? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. In your energy, we have the Death card. So this is a card of transformation. Hi, buddy. Come on. Come here. He loves to show up. This is Umi. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah, you. Go. Okay. All right. So this is a card of transformation, right? This is a death and rebirth. This is kind of shedding the old skin and allowing that new skin to shine brightly for you. It's an ending and a beginning. It is a death and a rebirth. This is in your energy. So you are so doing the work here. And you so, hi baby, and you so understand that this tower is not a bad thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, you're so in it. Whoop. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. He's such a baby. Okay. Oh. All right. And we have the 5 of Cups coming out underneath the celebration here with your besties. Okay, so this is a card of leaving things behind. We're leaving things behind. Right? We spent too much time looking at the cups that are spilled, and now it's time to turn and look at the ones that are full, because there are things around you, there are people around you, there are situations around you. You know, when we have this breakthrough, when we overcome these obstacles, then we can turn away from what didn't work and focus on what will, right? The opportunities that are still around us. I like that. I like that for you. 5s are a breakthrough. 5s are a breakthrough. And we have the 9 of Pentacles coming out. So the 9s are so interesting because they're very solo energy, right? The 9s are all about you going through a journey. So the 9 of Pentacles is you reaching a certain level that you've been trying to achieve in the material world, right? This is your finances, your investments, your property, your prosperity, all those things, your material world, abundance, that foundation that's under your feet, that grounds you. Those things that we have to have in the material world in order to play out the dreams and desires that we want. We still have to live in this world. Hi, buddy. So a lot of times what we don't recognize with like the 9 of Pentacles is sometimes they sacrifice things. They sacrifice things in their lives to reach that goal. And the 9 of Pentacles often sacrifices relationships. Okay. So this is something maybe now that this 9 is coming in that you'll be able to focus on a little bit more, or allow yourself to open up to that, because you are in a very sort of abundant, grounded energy. But this is your financial independence. This is yours, right? When the 10 rolls around, that's for you and everyone you want to share with. But the 9 is for you. This is your achievement. This is what you worked so hard for, okay? I love that this is showing up for you, because this is part of your breakthrough. I love it. I don't know if you can hear him purring. He's in my lap. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Yeah, that 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. This is part of this devil energy over here. Okay. Heartache, heartbreak. There's some sorrow, right? The trick with this is to acknowledge it and let it go. I know that's really, really hard, you know, but oftentimes we take these old hurts and we define ourselves by them. So this could also be what sort of keeps trying to like pull you back in. Okay. So this is something that happens to us, an event that we're involved in that happens to us. And it can be a challenge, a relationship, it can be all kinds of things, but we move through it. Don't allow it to define you, because you are heading towards beautiful things. You are heading to the future. You're about to turn and look at the future. You're letting all this stuff go, and it's beautiful, beautiful energy for you to be able to do that. Just beware of using events in your life to dictate who you are, right? They don't define you, but I think you know that. It's just part of what you need to let go of. Something that happened. And that is kind of a hard energy sometimes too to let go of. Okay, hang on. No, you're going to go that way. So we have the Knight of Wands coming in. So something, yeah, I love the flames on the horse's mane, and then the flames under that raven's wings coming off of its feathers, right? So the Knight of Wands typically will take something, fan the flames, and like propel you forward. Okay, so this could be a person coming in that's going to help propel you through this energy. It can be your raven. See, the raven is assisting this fairy in overcoming this obstacle. Maybe there's a knight coming in, a knight energy that's going to assist you in overcoming this energy, who's going to say something maybe that makes sense to you as far as releasing the old haunts, right? The old haunts. Where did that come from? Yeah, and it'll burn through like wildfire. Like it's gonna be really good. Things are gonna move quickly once we, because the devil card showing up like that, it can be kind of an anchor for our energy. And once we cut those cords and we release all that stuff, it can kind of propel us really fast into our future, right? So things might move really, really fast once you've sort of overcome whatever this devil energy is for you, and whatever it is in your situation, okay? And we have the Four of Swords coming up. So yeah, you'll be able to rest, recover, and replenish your energy on the other side of this. So there will be time. You may feel really tired and exhausted right now going through all of this, but you're going to have time to recover, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So yeah, stay in your truth, okay? You might need to be a little bit cold about what needs to be cut away. Sometimes things that we need to release, this Devil card especially, if they're people, can be really hard to do because people keep coming back, right? So you might have to stay real strong and hold that sort of truth up, redefine relationships, redefine, not just with people, but with places and things, you know, with ourselves. All right, I like the Queen of Swords showing up for you in this energy, cutting away stuff. We also have the Justice card on the bottom of the deck. So there's a karmic balancing here, right? The scales of justice are being balanced for you. Okay. And we also have the Four of Wands. I'm taking it because this is the party card, right? You're meant to embrace the sort of party energy, celebratory energy. It's an achievement. It's a milestone marker. It's your finish line, but it's also your starting line. You finish something and then your starting line for the next thing. So there's something there's something else coming for you that you're going to be starting. So overcoming this obstacle is huge. Releasing the tethers and the cords of whatever the devil energy means for you in your situation is going to propel you into your future. It's going to be amazing. All right. Pile number 2, that is your message for today. Please hit that thumbs up button if this resonated with you. Share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome. Pile number 3, and your card of focus is the 2 of Fire. You know, I love the 2 of Fire, which is the 2 of Wands, right? Typically at like the planning stages of how you want your world to be, right? So in the land of Forhaxa, you know, one side represents the realm of humanity. The other side represents the realm of Forhaxa. And in the middle, as you can see here, there's an overlap. Okay? That is an area that allows this fairy to travel between the realms. All right? So you may stumble across an opening yourself one day. Okay? Maybe on a walk in the woods. It's going to look like a shimmer of light, like diamond dust between the trees. Okay? But don't be afraid, and you're not going to, right? Because you are confident in the power that you hold within. This particular fairy is well aware that they can dramatically change from one world to the next. Just like a flick of the wrist, right? It's almost like they're snapping their fingers up here, you know? Moving between one realm and another. The best is to combine the worlds, the 2 realms, and walk through the center portal. All right? That's your world. That's the blending of worlds that you want to create. So when this 2 of Fire appears, you're really holding the power and authority over your life to make big decisions, to make big, bold moves. I feel like big, bold moves has been a part of all 3 piles today. Okay? And when you harness that power of the universe, you can create significant change in your world. This is your world building. This allows you to move forward. You're meant to move forward now, especially with your plans and your visions that you've built in your mind by taking action. We're talking about actionable steps, real world steps, inspired steps towards building this, right? Your plan is ready to go. Your plan is ready to be set in motion. And sure, it might be risky. There's risk in everything, right? And you might hit a roadblock along the way. We often do. But without putting yourself out there, you're actually never going to know the greatness that you are. You are a master planner. And now you are putting those plans into action. Okay? This is a card of big, bold moves for you. Ooh, I love it. God, I want to know what you guys are doing. This is absolutely crazy. It's not crazy. It's crazy good. It's not crazy bad. So I have the Tarot of Ruins, and we're going to dig into this reading for you, pile number 3. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I'm so happy to be with you on your journey, and I hope you're all doing well. It is a beautiful day out, and I am honored to be able to bring you this message. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. It is not a one-on-one. This is for you, my friends. This is for you. Big, bold moves. Big, bold moves. You are being called to action. Yeah, you are. Look at that. 8 of Cups coming out. So the 8 of Cups is about walking away. When you are planning how your world is going to be and you're ready to take action on that, there are things we must leave behind, right? And the 8 of Cups is about walking away from those things that no longer align with us. And that allows room for us to expand and be open to new things, new experiences, new people, new places. Things are going to be in alignment with the next leg of our journey. In your energy, you have the Page of Pentacles. So there's a lot of strategy, right? Thought, mindfulness, and strategy with what you're building. right? The Page of Pentacles is all about building a solid foundation. And it can kind of be slow moving energy, but that's fine. This is your world the way you want to build it. You can go as fast as you want, as slow as you want. This is in your energy, this Page of Pentacles. So you are being very thoughtful. Look at how this page is looking at the little ball in its hand. Very observational. Paying attention to detail, right? Oh, being visited again. Here. Here. All right, come on. Sorry, guys, this is Zoomy. Come on. He visited in pile number 2 as well. Hi, baby. Okay, keep in mind, this is a tower moment for you. Okay, now this can come through really swiftly. But this honestly is happening because you're making the decision to move forward. You're making the decision to take action on building your world the way that you want to, for you, for your highest self. So this is on your terms. And that's why the tower is showing up. Okay, hang on, buddy. Sorry about that. Hi, you're all right. Hi, baby. Yeah, this is on your terms. Your rules. I love it for you. I love this for you. Non-conformity has been coming up a lot lately. And it is, stop kicking me. It is for you again today. I'm so sorry. He does love to visit from time to time. All right, let's get another. Anyway, back to the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands will take an idea and fan the flames, okay? Usually a creative, passionate, fun, fiery, juicy energy, right? Fanning the flames and propelling you forward with your story, right? This is a card of action. And the 2 of fire in the land of Verhaxa is saying now is the time for action. Now is the time. It's going to propel you into the future. Okay, in your energy, we have the moon showing up. So yeah, there's an aspect of the unknown that accompanies the moon, right? But it's also about trusting your intuition, trusting in your dreams, trusting in the mystical, magical of the other realm, right? The realm of the shadow. So there is something a little unknown, perhaps. But the moon can also illuminate things and give you a different perspective on them as well. So take it as it resonates. It could go either way there. Obviously, when you're building your world the way that you want, there are going to be aspects that are unknown. You know, you don't know it until you're like, oh, I really want that in my world. Then you know it, right? It's there. It requires a level of trust in yourself. Trusting yourself. All right. We do have, well, 2 cards came out there, so we're going to take them. We have the King of Wands, which is great. He's kind of the rule breaker, the trailblazer. He can sort of find his own path to, look at him pointing that way. It's that way. Find his own path to where he needs to go, to get to where he needs to go. And it can be really unconventional, right? This is not someone who follows the rules of society, let's put it that way. And can kind of be sort of an outlaw character. Not in a bad way, but in a way that isn't conventional, right? Doing things his own way, and getting results. Now, that doesn't mean that the King of Wands doesn't listen to advice and that kind of, absolutely. They take everything, they factor in everything. And then they're really creative about how they want to move forward, which I love this. This is, keep in mind, right? So as you're building your world, you can do it your way. You can step into your own self-confidence and your own self-knowing to build it the way that you want it for you and your highest good. The Magician also came out. So it was the King of Wands and the Magician. So you are a world builder. You are manifesting, you're transmuting energy into the material world. You have the skills, the tools, the power, the knowledge, everything that you need to build your world. So I love that that is showing up for you as well. Because to me, that means you're using your creativity to build your world, and you're stepping away from convention, from tradition, from the way it's supposed to be, right? Oh, that's nice. I don't know if you can hear that. Probably someone's blaring their music and it's literally vibrating my floor. All right. We have the Hanged Man coming out. This is under the Knight of Wands, under the Walking Away. So yeah, it's a perfect time to take a time out. This just means that you can't move forward in the way that you've been moving forward. All right, this is just in confirmation of this Tower card over here. Right, this is assessing. There's a level of enlightenment that comes with the Hanged Man. It's kind of a cosmic timeout so that you can assess and reevaluate and pivot. Okay, you pivot to things, to a new approach like the King of Wands, backing away from the conventional ways of doing things and doing it in a very creative, fun way, right? Juicy, passionate. That's what you're figuring out here in this Hanged Man space, hanging out. Tossing out ideas. Maybe it's a little bit of a brainstorming room, right? The idea room. In your energy, we have the Devil card showing up. So with the Tower showing up in the keep in mind position, yeah, you're definitely taking a look at attachments, cords, right? You may need to do some cord cutting, and you're definitely going to have to let some things go. This is in your energy. You're aware of them, okay? With this Eight of Cups over here coming out in that first position, you are definitely walking away from things. Now, if it's cord cutting, it may take more than once, right? To cut those cords from those people, those places, those situations. We just keep doing it. And we have to be careful because sometimes people will reattach when we're not paying attention. So you are aware of the things in your life that are going to have to go. This is showing up in your energy. I know I said that before, but you are aware. Okay? I like that for you. I like that it's in your energy. Because when it's aware, it's illuminated and it can't hide. It can't hide in your subconscious anymore. It's out in the open. And therefore, it's much easier to kick it to the curb. Right? It's going to allow more expansion. More expansion. Aha, the Hierophant coming out. I know I've said this before, but this card reminds me of the dude from The Big Lebowski. The dude abides. So here is our card of tradition. Institution, right? The fact that it's coming out next to the Devil, to me says that's something you're going to have to let go of. You're going to have to let go of, well, this is how I'm supposed to do it. This is what everyone else is doing, right? These are the procedures. These are the societal norms. This is what society dictates. Those are the things you're going to have to let go of. Especially with that King of Wands and that Magician coming in, because you are meant to do it in an authentic, creative way that is your signature. You are going to be an inspiration for others. Yeah. And you may just be becoming aware of this recently. That you don't have to do it like everybody else does it, right? You can look to them for references, for referrals to, how people usually do things, but then you'll know what works for you and what doesn't, and you find your own way. You find your own way, you find your own creative path to what it is that you want. You are not like everyone else. Doing it your way is going to end a lot of pain. There's that Ten of Swords. This is an ending. Now, it's quite possible that doing it the way everybody else does it is, I mean, that is a really oppressive energy. Let's be real. And maybe it's dimmed your light. Maybe it's kept you oppressed. Maybe it's held you down. Not anymore. That's an ending. You are stepping into this creativity as you're blending worlds and creating your own realm, right? You're ready to step through that portal into your realm. You're creating it the way that you want it, how it drapes around you, right? How you fold into it. You are a part of this new world that you're building. Yeah, you are. Look at that Ace of Cups showing up. Your cup overfloweth. Ace of Cups, this is a new beginning in love and relationships and joy and happiness, right? You're leaving behind this Ten of Swords and stepping straight into this Ace of Cups. This is going to make you so very happy when you realize that you absolutely can follow your own bliss without being told what to do, without being dictated the rules. Ugh. King of Wands is a rule breaker. Embrace it. We have the Ace of Swords coming out as well. So huge clarity incoming. When you realize that you can do it the way that you want to do it for yourself in your own creative loveliness, it's going to open your eyes to a lot of things. The confusion's going to be gone. Your path will become clear. That is the gift of the Ace of Swords. Truth, dignity, honor, clarity. I love it. And the Ace of Swords, now this sword pierces the veil into the material world. And so it's going to be, not only because swords are of the mind, it's not going to be just in your mind. You are actually going to manifest this into your physical world. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We have the Nine of Wands coming out. Yeah. So you're going to be this is the Nine of Wands. It's a lot of crap, right, in your life. This last leg of your journey was difficult, but you collected wisdoms. You learned lessons. You've used them to strengthen your discernment muscle. You're trusting your intuition more. You're starting out journeys with healthy boundaries, right? Understanding that support comes from all different places, including from within you, because you do have this inner wellspring of strength when you're coming from the Nine of Wands. All right, so this is part of your prepping for the next leg of this journey for yourself. Yeah, you're ready to, with that Nine of Wands coming out, you are so ready to walk through that portal. Yeah, you are. High Priestess. Strengthening and deepening that connection with the spirit world, right? Not afraid to work with the mystical, magical to move forward, and you definitely are. This is a card of alchemy. World building. You're doing it. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. I know this one, I'm kind of keep pulling cards because I want to stay in this energy because it's going to be a big, bold move. Big, bold move. And look at that. That's going to lead to the Empress, this cornucopia of abundance. Please, please, please listen to your intuition. Trust your creative side. You know how to build this world. You know how to get to the Empress. Trust yourself. Just trust yourself, right? Just cut those cords to whoever says this is how you have to do it. Whether it's a person, a place, an institution, whatever. Be done with that. Be done with that. This is your life. This is your story. You weave it the way you want to weave it. Because it's going to lead you someplace fantastic. Okay? All right. I know. Bottom of the deck. I got to take it. Because it's the world. Yeah, you're completing a cycle. This is you completing a cycle. When you open your eyes and you understand that you can do this for you, using your own creative mind. Remember that Two of Fire is about taking action, right? Completing a cycle. You're about ready to start this new journey, and beautiful things are coming for you. Okay? Pile number 3, that is your message for today. Please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It helps get this message out to more people. Feel free to share with your besties, and I will see you next time.